Hey, what's up? I'm Mike Appel, and I just want to start by saying thank you for the opportunity to be on Top Shot. I have to say, when I first saw this show, I thought, wow, this show was made for me. I have to be on this show because I will be the next Top Shot. I have experience with firearms. Not only that, I have experience with bow and arrow. I have experience with air guns, and I think that I'm a shoo-in, basically. Started shooting when I was 8 years old. My dad started me with the .357 Magnum revolver. Started shooting competitively from the age of 9 to 18. During that time, I got a state championship and 2 national records. Those 3 awards were in a discipline called small bore hunter's pistol. During that course of time as well, not only from the strict competitive shooting, stuff that I did on the side, I'd go out and just shoot, and I'll tell you, I shot the bottom out of a Coke bottle, I shot glow sticks at night, I shot cartridge cases off the top of a backstop, I shot watermelons, pumpkins, water bottles, bowling pins. I pretty much shot at anything that I could find. That pretty much led me into my current job, dealing with firearms, which is a firearm examiner. Basically, I'm CSI Fresno. I deal with all the firearms that come through in the use of crime. I see all manner of firearms on my desk. I see the lever actions, rifles, bolt action rifles, semi-auto rifles, automatics, pistols, revolvers, derringers. I've gotten 1 black powder gun in a case, and through the course, part of my casework, I have to shoot these guns. So I'm familiar with all the weapon systems. Through my training, I have to be familiar with all of the different kind of designs that are in these firearms. As a DOJ employee, as a firearm examiner, I also teach firearm safety for the Department of Justice. It's been a long time, but I used to shoot bows quite regularly, and in fact, my mom was never happy with me, but I used to throw throwing knives and shurikens in my fence in the backyard when I was growing up. Didn't quite go over too well with her. Anyway, that's kind of my knowledge of weapons, firearms, and things of that nature. Some of my hobbies on the side: big snowboarder, skateboarder, kind of getting back into the skateboarding. Snowboarding is really huge with me. It's one of my favorite hobbies right now. I love watching football. It's my favorite sport. I am very competitive. I used to actually do sports in college. I ran track at the Cal State, and just based on all that, just so competitive that I'm like one person when you're just hanging out with me. You know, it could be hanging out, easy-go-lucky, whatever. You tell me this, tell me that, fine. As soon as you get into a competitive arena, whether it be sports, shooting, of course, that's my biggest. Anything. It could be, oh, if I can get to point A to point B faster in my car, that's me. I'm just competitive in that way. And even it sometimes creates a little bit of strife, you know, when I'm with my family. You know, my 7-year-old stepson, I'll be competitive with him if we're playing Xbox or something. I'll never let him win. And sometimes it gets me in a little trouble with the wifey. Anyway, I think that based on my knowledge of weapon systems, my competitive nature, my ability to adapt to new environments, I moved every year. Growing up, I moved every year, new school every year. I had to adapt, just something that I grew up with. I think my ability to do all these things makes me pretty much a shoo-in to be the next Top Shot, and I don't think that I can be beat. So based on all that, I just want to leave you with a couple questions.